Good evening. Ah, faces from the retreat. Very nice. I hope the retreat was useful. I hope. Yes, good. I hope it's you're still feeling the energy in some way from the retreat. I am. So tonight we have a few people joining who haven't been with us either before or at least for a while. So um, I'm um, going to go over a few of the concepts of Qigong, and we're going to do the opening the seven gates practice, which I would have liked to have done at the retreat, but uh, none of our periods were long enough to do it. So before we begin, does anyone have any questions or comments about the retreat or about the practice? Anyway, some of you haven't been here for quite a while, so no. Okay, okay. So Zoe, you're muted. So
Was the best retreat she's ever done.
who said that?
My mom.
Your mom was there? Very cool. And she had other repeat retreats to compare it to? Oh, good. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's change this. So I started these practices in 1993. Almost 30 years. Is that right? More than 30 years. 31. Um, and in that whole time, a lot of things haven't changed. And one of those is sort of what we're working with here. And that is, just to put it simply, just body, breath, and mind. Whether we're talking about the Dharma or the Taoist practices. So if we just recall those three, when we're going to do a formal practice, then we can just check in with those three. So body, if you notice there's tension in the body, go ahead and, adjust that a little. Breath. And what the Buddha said is just to know that we're breathing. And one way to do that is to use the inner voice and say, in breath, out breath. There are other ways. You can just feel the breath. There's two ways to feel the breath. One is the movement of the body, and the other is the contact of the air on our nose and nasal passages and chest, so on. And then mind. And one of the simplest and most available methods of focusing the mind is just to smile a little bit. Because it takes intention and it takes effort to initiate that and to maintain it. Just notice if the mind is very active or fairly quiet. And these are the three that we're monitoring in order to bring them into balance. When body, breath, and mind are in balance, then awareness becomes stronger, because awareness is what is monitoring body, breath, and mind. Okay. If you need to, you can stand in standing mountain with your hands and arms a little stiff. So this is making a triangle. And then with the out breath, we'll focus the attention downward. So we just move our attention down the body, from the head down the body, down to the feet, down the arms, and then sort of dotted lines from the hands down into the ground. So this is a concentration practice where we're focusing our attention on moving downward. Or you just stand in standing one position if your mind is fairly still, a little bend at the elbow, palms facing each other. And this is a natural position that the body will take when it's relaxed. Okay, and if you want to, you can visualize that vertical column of light, or a vertical laser beam of light from the center of the earth through the body out into the universe, and then allow the body to arrange itself vertically along that axis. And we could stand like this for a half an hour, and that would be fine. But we're going to be doing a movement. So go ahead and break your stance if you want to. So let's starting at the top. Just rolling the head around. Rolling the shoulders. And then, just do this whenever you need to, during this class or during the day. Just roll your shoulders. Someone might see you doing it, and then they'll do it, and then their shoulders will relax. Okay, so sitting down a little bit. So this is focusing on the breath now. If you want to use the inner voice, you say in your mind, you can say in, out, or you can say alert, relaxed. The reason to do any of these little narrations is just to occupy the mind and prevent it from running off. The mind needs to be right here with the body and the breath. You can increase this movement and make it more expansive. Let's go ahead and decrease it gradually. Okay, now let's continue the movement without moving. So using the breath, just pretend you're doing that movement with your breath. This might bring body, breath, and mind into balance. Okay, very good. Okay. Now let's go ahead and tilt the pelvis back and forth. Keep that lower back flexible. Keep our hips flexible. Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay. And now swiveling the hips, so rotating around, making a circle. If you just do this once a week for a few minutes, it will go a long way to keeping the hips fluid, improving your balance. And you want to go both directions. Okay, very good. One-legged posture. So first, just drop down and feel the weight on 50-50 on each foot. And then arrange for that vertical line. And now slightly bend your left knee and sink down a little and shift that line till it's right over the left foot. And when it's stable, then lift the right so the heel is off the ground. You can keep your toe on the ground. Or if you feel very stable, you go ahead and lift your unweighted leg. And then set it down again with no weight. And then shift onto that one. And when that vertical line is arranged, lift up the other and sink down a little bit. Keep your eyes open for this. And then repeat. If you want to involve the hands, arms. Okay, very good. All right, and then the golden pheasant stands on right leg. And golden pheasant stands on left leg. Okay, very good. Very good. Now just loosen the whole body. Just be comfortable. So we're going to go through opening the 7 gates practice. We'll begin with Trembling Mountain. And then we'll do a combing down, making our hands like this, sort of like a screen, combing down through the body. And then we'll go into the opening gates. So begin and bring the arms out, and then the backs of the hands together so that the fingers are pointing at the center line of the body. Then we're going to bring the hands close to the body, sink down, and then open. Just like what we were doing with the opening the heart, that's actually one of them. So there are 7 gates corresponding to the 7 chakras. And when the gates are completely open, then we bring down the light of the stars, fill the body with the light of the stars. So we're opening these gates to the flow of qi between heaven and the earth, going through the body system. That's what we're opening to. So it's as if this channel of light is like bamboo, and it has filaments, 7 filaments, and we open each one as we go up. Okay. So let's begin with Trembling Mountain. The function of this practice is to let go. It's just to release. We're releasing tension of what the ancients would call stuck chi. We're releasing anything that's tense or tight. And you can, if you like, sort of starting at the top, like letting go of the head and neck, letting go of the shoulders, letting go of the hips, letting go of the elbows, the wrists, hands, letting go of the knees, ankles. If you want to engage the mind, you can imagine unneeded stuff dropping off the body into the earth. You can smile a little bit. Now you can contemplate the mountain, which is the body, which is trembling. Everything is trembling. You can feel the breath. You can move everything but your feet. Feet remain planted. Okay, now let's increase the pace. Unnecessary chi dropping off. Okay, a little faster. Okay. All right, so on the count of 3, we'll all stop together. 1, 2, 3. So standing one position, focusing on the out breath, making the breath long. And noticing the tingling in the hands, face, the skin, and inside the body. The whole body is vibrating, it's tingling. And that's the life force energy. That's the chi, the aliveness. And you can feel the heat that the body has generated. So aliveness and warmth are signs of the presence of chi flowing in the body. Okay, go ahead and break your stance if you want to. Okay, so now that we've jostled everything up, we're going to filter it down. Like this is like brushing the hair of a dog or cat or something, or your own hair. So sitting down, in breath. So watch the hands as they go up, and you're making a screen with your hands. The hands can be touching or nearly touching. And then as the hands come down, we're bringing down this, the light of the stars through the body, straightening everything out, arranging everything, that's been shaken up. And just feel it as it goes down the legs, down the feet, down into the ground. And then eyes follow the hands, in breath. And then just hold this position, make the screen again. So envision the light of the stars coming down through the crown of the head and then through the whole body. Just arranging everything beautifully. Relax. Okay, one more. Connecting with the light of the stars, making the screen. The eyes are looking inward. Combing down through all the fibers in the body. Okay, very good. So we're going to start with the perineum, the lowest point in the torso. We're going to bring our hands forward, back to back. Bend at the waist and feel and imagine the beam, laser beam of light going through the arms, through the fingers, into the body. Then when you're ready, straighten up and open, open, open. This is called the earthly gate. Okay, now repeating, and we're moving up now to the abdomen. We don't touch the hands, they're just near each other. Okay, really focus into the body and then leaning back, open, 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 and look up. Good. And number 3, solar plexus. Point to the solar plexus. Fix the light into the body, and then as we lean back, open, we're creating kind of a string of pearls. Okay, so the next one is the heart, the sternum. So the light goes into the chest. We're opening the rib cage, opening the lungs, the heart. Okay, the next one is the 5th one is the neck. We're pointing to the neck, opening the throat, opening the breath. 5 are open. Sit down. Okay, pointing to the middle of the forehead. Get that ready. And then come up, opening up the skull, the brain, opening up the mind. Okay, and the 7th one, we're going to point down to the crown of the head. And as we come up and we open, we're opening the whole body now. At a deeper level, the whole body is open like pea pods, like a big green pea pod. whole body is open. And now sink down. And the hands are going to come up, and at the top, we're going to embrace. We're going to embrace this light. Now, this is healing light, so it's either rainbow light, or you can visualize it as kind of a viscous, kind of slightly fluid. And we bring this down and filling every open gate all the way down the body. Okay, and two more. Eyes follow the hands. So we're embracing this column of light, bringing it down, filling each open gate, the top of the head, the brain, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, solar plexus, the belly, perineum, and then pointing down to the earth. And last one. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, very good. We're going to do two more sets. So I'll just count, just say the number. And then the last one, just at your own pace. And each time we'll bring down the healing light 3 times. Okay. So here we go. So number 1. It gets easier each time to open these. 2. 3. 4. And 5. 6. And 7. And opening them all completely. Okay, and then dipping the knees, embracing the light, and bringing it down, filling each gate. Okay, that's one. Two. And three. So at your own pace, open the seven gates and bring down 3 times. And then when you're finished, just stay in the standing one posture. Okay, so this is obviously a practice of opening, of creating spaciousness in the body and in the mind. And it's a space that we can remain in, and it's a space into which we can bring something that we wish to investigate. So a parallel practice to this is this cicada Qigong. So in this practice, we'll sit down. We're going to, at the fourth gate, which is the middle one, we're going to open all the gates at once. Okay? Let's just practice that. So just the fourth gate. And when we open this, we're opening 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, and 7. We're opening the whole thing. So open. Okay. And then the next one is that was then. Step forward. Step forward. This is now. Step back. Step back. So the second part of that is that was then. Can watch your hands. And then shift, step, shift, step. This is now. And at the word now, we're totally in the present moment. And then we shift. As we step back, now slowly things begin to calcify. So we repeat. So this is opening like a cicada. So open the shell. That was then. This is now. Shift, step back, and completely open. In breath. That was then. This is now. Shift, step back, shift, step back. Completely open. That was then. Step, step. This is now. Step, step. Okay, we'll do it one more time. If there has been something that has been annoying or recurring, something that's staying in the mind, perhaps it's just busy mind or some worry or concern, we're going to step out of it and into the present moment. Okay, so one more time. That was then. This is now. Okay, very good. And bring up your stool or chair or cushion. And then as you take your seat, go ahead and soften into it. The Taoist mudra for these practices is fingers touching the thumb on the thighs, but any hand position that you're comfortable with is fine. Now, eyes can be cast down or closed. So we'll move into the moving in stillness portion. And this is where we hold the body upright. And then using the rhythm of the breath, we'll pretend, imagine, remember that we're doing certain moves. And so you can do this with any Qigong movement, particularly any of those that we just practiced. You can go through the whole 7 gates without moving, if you like. And if there is something that you would like to sit with, something you'd like to release or investigate, you can do that too. And the breath becomes long, slow, even, and fine. Now focusing on the in-breath, let's bring our attention back into the torso, into the body. Feel the tingling in the body and feel the warmth. And then slowly and gently begin to move fingers, toes. Okay, very good. Let's all together on the count of 3, we'll clap our hands 1 time. 1, 2, 3. Make heat. And then gently massage your eye sockets. And any of the rest of your face and head, the temples, the jaw, the ears, the forehead. If you like, you can use your finger, place your fingernails at your hairline and comb your hair back. Okay, and brush down your arms, neck. And make loose fists, tap your kidneys. And massage your kidneys. Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for your presence, and thank you for your practice. Your practice will benefit all beings. Okay, so if you'd like to drift off into Zoom land and return to your evening, that's fine. If you'd like to stay for just a few minutes for questions and comments, can do that.
Thank you, Stephen. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. It's very helpful.